In 2025, Christians are still being surveilled, imprisoned, tortured, and killed in communist countries around the globe. Why? Because Christianity, more than any other belief system, poses a threat to the totalitarian foundation of Marxist ideology. What? A global war on the cross. Across communist regimes today, Christians are seen not just as dissidents, but as existential threats. The persecution takes many forms. In China, churches are bulldozed, pastors imprisoned, and state-approved Christianity is rewritten to reflect Communist Party values. Underground house churches are labeled as illegal cults. In North Korea, Christians are sent to labor camps or executed. Even possessing a Bible can result in torture or death. In Vietnam and Cuba, the state monitors and harasses Christians, especially those who operate outside government-licensed churches. This is not random violence. It is systemic, state-sponsored repression. Why? Christianity threatens the communist God state. The core reason communism kills Christians lies in ideology. Communism is not just an economic theory. It is a totalitarian worldview. It demands allegiance to the state above all else, above family, above tradition, and certainly above God. 1. Competing loyalties. Christianity teaches that God, not the state, is the highest authority. This is intolerable to a system that demands worship of the state and its leaders. A Christian will say, Jesus is Lord. A communist regime demands, the party is Lord. 2. Moral absolutes versus party doctrine. Christianity insists on objective truth and moral law, rooted in Scripture. Communism rejects this in favor of moral relativism. Whatever advances the revolution is good. Christians refuse to bend their conscience to fit the party line. 3. Hope beyond the state. Christians live with eternal hope. That makes them harder to intimidate, harder to control. Communist regimes rule by fear, and the fearless believer terrifies them. This is why tyrants from Stalin to Xi Jinping have tried to crush Christianity. Not because it's weak, but because it's powerful. How? Brutality, surveillance, and indoctrination. The methods of persecution may differ by country, but the goals are the same. Eliminate independent faith and replace it with loyalty to the regime. 1. Brute force in North Korea, parts of China. Arrests during worship, beatings and executions. Prison labor camps, especially in North Korea, where some 70,000 Christians are held in modern gulags. 2. High-tech tyranny, China. Facial recognition in church buildings. State-issued sermons praising the Communist Party. Bible apps banned or altered to align with socialist ideology. 3. Legal and bureaucratic harassment, Vietnam, Cuba. Denying permits for church construction, shutting down illegal gatherings. Threats against pastors and their families. In every case, the state asserts itself as God, and Christianity is its blasphemy. The conservative response, what we must do. As conservatives, our worldview is grounded in the belief that rights come from God, not government. Religious liberty is not just a political issue, it is a moral imperative. We must call out hypocrisy. Western governments that cozy up to China while preaching about human rights are complicit. Defend religious freedom abroad. Sanction regimes that persecute Christians and support NGOs that smuggle Bibles. Aid underground churches and broadcast hope. Tell the truth. The media downplays Christian persecution because it doesn't fit the progressive narrative. We must speak where they stay silent. The West was built on the moral architecture of Christianity. When we ignore the persecution of believers abroad, we not only fail them, we undermine the very foundation of our civilization. Conclusion: in 2025, the battle between faith and tyranny is alive and well. Communism may wear a modern face, but its soul is the same: godless, coercive, and hostile to the truth. Christianity is not persecuted because it's powerless. It's persecuted because it's powerful, because it dares to declare that Caesar is not God and never will be. The blood of martyrs cries out, will we listen?